All right, guys, we are live. Now, today I'm going to be putting together all the mechanisms for the Baby Yoda puppet. And it's going to be completely functional by the end of this live stream, which means I also have the housing for the body as well, which I am excited to show you. There's not much to it. Again, it's all going to be doctored up. After today's video, this project should be moving much faster. At least when I'm focused on this project. I have a couple other projects that I'm going to have going on at the same time, so I will be dividing my time a little bit amongst them. But again, once I am working on this more, it will be, we're going to get into foam next, and then we're going to be getting into covering it, and then the outfit. It's going to look great. So, off camera, I did do a bunch of work, and that work was just building of some of the mechanics, because a lot of these pieces are made out of Delrin, and Delrin is a very hard material that I can only really use with my my special tools downstairs, like my big bandsaw, my belt sander, my drill press to get nice even things. So, and I don't have a camera set up down there. So, anyway, we're going to get right into actually putting this together now. So, let me switch the camera for the folks on Facebook. Okay. Again, if you are in the Kreutinger Puppet tutorial Q&A group, you get the down view, which can sometimes be quite helpful. So, so here is our housing. It is just more PVC pipe. Okay. I trimmed it down to be the size of the height of the body, but a little bit shorter. I can't get this cap off now. Put it on there too tight. Doesn't need to come off anyway. I was just going to show you. But anyway, this is drainage pipe PVC, schedule 20. So it's a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter. And that's just a PVC cap. And what I did was I cut out these shapes. So the, I cut out these shapes so that the, these tubes can go through them. And this is where the neck is. So it's going to go back and forth. And you might be able to tell I did a slight, I melted it, heat it up, and give it a little convex there to give it a little bit more support, and I think it'll just make it move the head a little bit easier. I did make a big mistake though, where I drilled that hole before I stretched it out, which elongated the hole a little bit, but I actually found that made no difference in the mechanics. And since I am kind of quarantined and can't go to the store to just get another one, I'm kind of stuck with it for now anyway. Either way, since the cap does come off, even though I was just having trouble taking it off, I could eventually switch it out if I ever wanted to. I don't see myself having to though. So anyway, I'm gonna start putting this together. You can see I did cut out one side of this too, so that's where my hand's gonna enter to control this, okay? So what is first? That is the question. This is the lever I made to control the ear mechanism. It's gonna actually go like this, okay? It's going to be upside down because on this side it's going to be the arm rod. So it's going to function as two things, to control the ears as well as to control one of the hands. Okay, so this will be an arm rod wire coming out of this. So what to do first? That's the question. I guess maybe I will actually do the ear function first, because that'll be really fun and interesting to watch. Let me just trim down this other tube to be the same length as this one. I gotta do it very carefully since I do not want to cut through my string. Okay. Put this through for you guys. This is gonna start coming to take shape pretty quickly after this. Okay, the set screw is going to pinch that in. Super tight. Legit. Ooh. Pinch that a little more. Oops. That was off camera on accident. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let me get my washers. We have some questions here. Hey, Neil, Mark, glad to see you're back again. Yeah, I've been working on some other stuff the last couple of days. Sorry, guys. How long does it take for you to make the mechanisms? Well, luckily I did about 70-80% of this in live stream, so you can watch it in real time. And if you want, add up the time, let me know. I have no idea yet. I usually figure that out at the end when I edit it all together, because I usually end up bringing in hours and hours and hours of live stream footage to come to that conclusion of how much is in there. This is a bit tight. Got some questions coming through Instagram here. People asking if I do commissions, asking me how much a puppet costs. I do take commissions once in a while. I do a lot of my own projects though, so I'm very, very picky with which commissions I accept. And it's impossible for me to give a quote without seeing a design. So hope that helps a little bit with your question. Okay, look at that. Put another washer there. Let me get a nut. Actually, do I have? Where is? Yeah, Neil asked if I'm going to be using L200 or regular foam. I'm going to be using mostly L200, probably all L200 once I get to the foam work for this guy. Building it up. We have Troy Ross has a question. I'm taking these questions right now in the Kreutinger Puppet tutorial Q&A because it's much easier to see. I'll try to get some IG ones in there. How many puppets did you have to make for Avenue Q? For my production, obviously much smaller than the Broadway production, we did less puppets. We did 2 of each character, so whatever that equals. I don't remember offhand. Except for the bears, we didn't do 2 of the bears. Okay, this is just a hair too tight. Let me back it up just a little bit. There we go, that feels right. Now let me, oh, that lines up perfectly. Now watch this, guys. This is when the magic starts to happen. You ready? You're not going to believe it. The first mechanism is going to be up and working in a mere matter of minutes. The ear mech is being attached. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. Are you ready, guys? Here it is. The moment we've been waiting for. Facebook gets it first. Oh, you could not ask for anything better than that. I just got to loosen up this a little bit more so that it actually closes. But there it is, guys. The ear mechanism works. Again, let me just loosen this up just a hair so that it springs back on its own a little bit smoother. That's what all this stuff is. It's just a matter of tightening, loosening. Even just a hair more. I'm going to leave these strings long for now. Oop. The ear's getting wonky. It's getting on, jumping to the other side there. Maybe it's a little too loose. I can fix that though. No big deal. Oh yeah, see that? It's hooking around. So I just got to do some stitches on that on the inside, and that'll keep it from doing that. But that is a really good thing to find out now. Okay, so let me just wrap this around here for now. You never want to cut these strings too short, even after you tie it, just in case something ever comes loose, or if you ever have to rewire something, you want to leave a bunch of slack there. So in the meantime though, I'm just going to wrap this around so it's not dragging all around in my way. And I'll tape that down once this is complete. Okay, so that's fine. Now, let's do the handle here. Okay. It's going to be held like this. So I'm going to put was I using a there it is. Okay. This is the handle they made. This is out of Delrin as well. Oh, we have some more questions. Sorry, it wasn't auto scrolling for some reason. Question is, what's that tubing and where do you get some? Tyler West says the tubing is Teflon tubing. I believe you can get it on Amazon. However, I do get mine from McMaster Car. That is a material I discovered from Jim Krupa, the McMaster. It's, you know, a little expensive. It's not too bad in the scheme of things. But the first time I ordered it, I was like, what? It's $1 a foot. Which, again, may not even not sound like a lot, but for what it is, it feels kind of like a lot. But it's worth every penny. But that's why I have to use Delrin and use taps to put everything together, because it is a material that nothing can adhere to. There's no adhesive or paint or anything that will stick to it. So that feels good to me. I feel like we keep missing some of this. Let me just bring this down just a little bit. There we go, a little better. So that's good. Now there's this new mech design, trigger design I put up here for the thumb that it's just nothing earth-shattering, but I've never seen it, at least for a puppet. And it was a single mechanism, but I turned it into a double mech. So I'm going to see how that works out. And that is this right here. Now the question is, do I want to put these washers in between there? I probably should. Okay. Now let me see, if I put these washers on, will I still be able to get those pieces on? That is the question. Now, why is that not going in? Ouch. Let me lock this side in, and I'll worry about the other side. Neil asked why Delrin over using wood. The reason why, it depends. Sometimes I use wood, but if I have to tap into it, especially with a 440 screw, you can't really have great success with that with wood. So, geez, what the heck is going on there? Let me pry this together. Why the heck am I having trouble with that? Let me get my mail. Ooh, too hard. Too hard. There we go. Let me try that. You get something like this. That looks good to me. Hope this will. I may have to put a longer skewer in there. But at least for function, that works pretty well. So now what I have here is a double lever. This one's going to do the neck, and this one's going to do the blinking, and this will do the mouth. So we have 3 controls all in this one. Okay, at first I was going to put a slide trigger here, but I wanted to be able to pull down, and with my slide mechanism that I have here, it was not going to work. So I would have had to make something new that probably wouldn't have worked as well anyway. So, but either way, this is really smooth. I'm quite happy with how this is coming together. Now let me get this in. Okay. Where does this go this way? How do they make this go? I think I had it go this way. Okay. Or do I want it going the other way though? Let me see. And this is for the blink. I'll have it go this way. That's in. Now let me put another one in over here to hold the tubing. It's going to start to come together really quick in a moment, guys. Let me just make sure this is... Oops, that's why. Going the wrong way. Put my blinker through there. I know this is on purpose way too long, but I'll just pull her through. Get this in here quick. Tighten this onto the head. that's right. I gotta make sure I. So when he looks up, I have to make sure I have enough slack there. Good. That will do. So now, let me give it just a. That's good. There you go. Now that is attached. So let me trim this down a little bit then, very carefully. And I do not want to cut the string that's inside of it. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? This is not straight here. Let me just. Something must have shifted. There we go. Okay. Drill bit. So now, how do I want to attach this? Let's go straight through here. Well, no, I'm gonna go on the side. Is this a 64? No, it's not. Oops. It's almost the wrong size. Let me see here. There we go. That was the drill bit. This is the tap. Hold this just right here. Let me. Will I be releasing a diagram for this mech? I kind of did on my Instagram. Check that out. Someone asked. It's not, maybe not a formal diagram that you might be thinking, but the best that I'm gonna have time to do, I think. So we've got ears in. We got our eye blink in, and it works tremendously. Though I am gonna make that a little bit longer, so I don't have to reach as high up for it. I want it to be right about there, I think. Let's see here. Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. It is like butter. Now there's only one last. Oh. It's one mistake that I made, though. I've got to put the head on. I got to put this cap on first. Okay, so I hope I don't have to take this off too. Cross your fingers that this fits through. Oh my gosh. That was pure luck, the fact that that went through. And then this is going to go through like that. This will go in through the back too. And now this goes in. Okay. So now let me tighten that. Make sure that that is square. Phew. Okay. Let's see if that's snug now. Snug as a bug. Okay. Snug as a bug. Okay. So now let me wrap this. Okay. Good. Now my mouth mechanism. Let me do a couple things here. 5/64ths. Uh, 1/8 inch for the tubing. Oh no, let me get a little bit closer. So. Okay. So now this is going to be our mouth trigger. It's hard to see what I'm doing here for me too, so sorry if you guys are having trouble. Well, that's really close to that pipe there. Let me see. Should have done that before I... Oh, is that going in now? Let me back out this neck quick. You know what? I probably want to go this way anyway. this side. And let me just try trimming this. Trim it anyway. There we go. Look at that. It's right in. Tie this down again. It's another nice thing about using set screws. You can, nothing's overly permanent. You can take things apart when you need to go back in and fix things, or really whatever reason at all. So so this one can't really be too tight, so that's good to know. So let me put this bad boy in there. Pinch it down. Then guys, this is pretty much it. I just gotta tie it off and attach the body. Get another set screw. Then, guys, I think we are in business. Wow, look at that. Let me just trim some of these a little bit. I'm going to leave a lot of slack for the reasons I said earlier. But, oh, there's one thing we're missing. The neck. Okay, so right now we do have, so far, we have our ears working, our mouth, whoa, our mouth working perfect, our blinker working perfect, and we just gotta attach our neck. And here's how the neck's gonna work. I have these ball socket joints there, ball joint there, ball joint there, and I made this tie earlier out of a 440 rod and then the socket joints. So if all works as planned, should just have to snap this on and be done with it. Which is always easier said than done, apparently. Does not want to snap on now. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on a second. Let me do something gentle and the opposite of gentle at the same time. Gently hit something with a hammer, which sounds like backward thinking, huh? It's still not even in. Well, that did that. Got that side in. Now, don't think I can have the same hammer luck with this side, but I can probably compress it. Oh, perfect. So now, oh yeah, just what I needed. So now that's hitting that, so that's being goofy, but once it's in the housing, it won't. So, let's put it in the housing here. What am I caught on here? Oh, pinched a string in there. Hold on. Make sure this is straight ahead. Does that seem right? So, I wish I had my white shirt on so you could see a little bit better. Let me switch the camera angle for you guys on Facebook. Actually, you guys on Facebook get that down view too, so you can see how that's gonna work. You can see how the neck works from this angle, kinda. Spring for the mouth, and of course, the ears. You can see those coils moving inside there. So now if I move you to the front facing way, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I'll do a nice video on Instagram too for it. Come on, camera, switch. There we go. So, and here we have it. So, he can look around, he can look up, he can mouth move, ears, and blink. I just gotta get used to operating all this with my hands like this. Wow. That's crazy. I'm just playing around now, so holy cow. Looks like I gotta carve a little bit more room up here for my thumb. But other than that, we are in really good shape, guys. It's exactly what I was hoping we'd be at now. Sounds good. Sounds good. Wow, I can't believe it worked. Oh, wow. Well, that's it for now. The next major step will be building up foam. So if you want to be part of that process, we'd love to have you, and I will see you guys in the future.